Hey hypnotists and all fascinated by the field of scientific hypnosis. I'm hypnotist and professional hypnosis trainer, Mike Mandel.
And I'm Chris Thompson, hypnosis trainer and the co-founder of Mike Mandel Hypnosis. This short video will teach you all about power inductions.
You'll be able to easily incorporate this into your own hypnosis work, whether you're a professional hypnotherapist, a stage performer, or you're brand new to this.
If you're stuck reading scripts at people or using outdated techniques, you need this training. This will help you get your subject through the doorway from a waking state into a hypnotic trance.
As the name implies, rapid inductions are a way of creating trance very, very quickly. You basically use a hypnotic crowbar to pry the door open and cause trance. It's a good metaphor.
On the other hand, an instant induction is sort of like using high explosives to blow the door wide open, which is why it can work often in just seconds.
In the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, we teach both rapid inductions and instant inductions because they're both fast and easy, and we group them both under the bigger umbrella of power inductions.
So let's look at rapid inductions first. In order to understand rapid inductions the way we teach them, you need to first understand the concept of catalepsy.
Catalepsy goes back to the very early days of hypnosis. It refers to when a muscle group becomes rigid or stops working or an arm floats in the air, something like that. It really is a useful hypnotic phenomena.
A cataleptic arm might float in the air, like this.
Cataleptic eyelids just stop working, like this.
In any case, what makes catalepsy so awesome is that it enables us to create leverage, or if you're British, leverage.
Leverage means we can use catalepsy as a lever or lever to pry that hypnotic door wide open. So instead of trying to pick open that metaphorical locked door, we just apply our cataleptic lever and force that sucker open.
It's awesome and really easy.
I could work really hard to create a hypnotic trance and then tell a subject that his hand has become floating and rigid and cataleptic, but that's way too much work.
So we do it the other way around. We create catalepsy first, which is really easy to do, and that gives us a nice hypnotic trance automatically.
So instead of using old methods like telling someone, you're getting tired, you're getting sleepy, we create a nice cataleptic floating limb first, and we get a trance state by default.
So although there are lots of ways to do rapid inductions, we prefer to use catalepsy because it's fast, dependable, and really easy to do.
So first of all, you have to pre-frame what you're doing to prepare the subject for hypnosis. Now, regardless of what videos you may have seen on YouTube, going up to total strangers on the subway and trancing them out with no preparation is probably not going to work.
You can prepare the person by having them sit comfortably and maybe do suggestibility tests, etc. And then you simply say, "May I borrow that hand?" By saying "eyes closed now" and ambiguously touching the other person's hand, guess what?
It floats in the air and becomes cataleptic, even if you don't say it's going to happen. So now we go to the next step. It's time to deepen trance.
And this is ridiculously easy to do. We simply use the cataleptic hand as a gauge so we can see it happen. We tell the subject that their hand will sink down into their lap and it'll touch down when they're in a deep and powerful trance.
Isn't that better than having your subject walk down thousands of imaginary stairs as you say deeper, deeper, deeper?
Using a cataleptic hand as a deepener shows you exactly where your subject is and eliminates having to guess if it's working.
So let's recap these 3 simple steps for a leverage or leverage induction. Number 1, prepare the subject, get her settled and focused and ready to go into trance.
2, extend your hand toward her as if you're going to shake it and ask if you can borrow that hand.
Her hand will rise and you grasp it lightly and have her close her eyes. By touching it ambiguously, it will become cataleptic and float in the air even though you did not suggest that.
3, instruct her that her hand will sink down to her lap only as quickly as she goes into a deep trance, and then just watch it happen.
But what about instant inductions? The C4, the Semtex, the nitroglycerin that blows the hypnotic door off its hinges and instantly causes trance.
Instant inductions work by an entirely different principle. The first thing you want to do is fixate the person's attention.
Get a willing and interested subject, and then get him to do some simple things in response to your instructions, such as put your feet together, take a deep breath, focus your eyes on my hand.
This causes the subject to begin to comply without thinking about it too much. Now you quickly move directly to step 2, the PGO spike.
A PGO spike is what happens when you are surprised or shocked and a huge electrical surge goes through three parts of your brain: the pons, the geniculate body, and the occiput. This instantly clears the mind.
And that's what you're counting on. You startle the subject, perhaps by pulling on his wrist slightly so he goes off balance. And at the same time, you tip his head forward and you shout, "Sleep."
The word sleep fires right past the critical faculty, the firewall of the mind, and the result is an instant and usually deep trance.
Alternately, you can have the subject press down in your hand and stare at your eye. When you pull your hand away and shout "sleep," he'll immediately go into a trance.
You now have a couple of seconds in which you must immediately deepen the trance to ensure they don't come out of it right away. This can be as simple as repeatedly pressing their shoulder and saying, "That's right," even deeper.
So now you know the science behind rapid and instant inductions and how to use catalepsy to create leverage.
You also know the science behind the PGO spike and how it makes instant inductions possible, but there's much, much more to learn.
We put together an entire professional training on power inductions, and you can access it all online right now.
That's right, we're giving you 6 easy-to-learn and effective power inductions that have been professionally recorded at the University of Toronto.
And don't let the low price fool you. You signed up for this tutorial, so we are rewarding you with incredibly low pricing as a way of motivating you towards taking the next step with our training.
Chris, tell everyone about the extra stuff we've included in this power induction course, because we like to over-deliver.
That's right, and when you grab this video course, you're not just getting videos. We're also giving you audio interviews where I extract the fine points of each induction from Mike. I get him to explain everything in detail so that it'll be much easier for you to duplicate.
And then you had transcripts of all the videos made too, right?
Yes, this is something that our customers were asking for, so we responded by upgrading the training. The transcripts help you study the language that Mike uses for each induction. Transcripts are a really helpful study guide.
We also added a bonus induction called Nuvi, and this has become one of our students' favorite tools.
The Nuvi is a bonus 7th induction, and it's really a framework. It teaches you how to construct Ericksonian language patterns on the fly with no scripts.
Since Ericksonian language is foundational for so many of the inductions we use, this course is worth having just for the Nuvi induction alone.
So you get all 6 power induction training videos.
You get all 6 audio interviews breaking down each induction in detail.
And you get full video transcripts for all of these.
And you get the bonus Nuvi induction to learn the Ericksonian language patterns.
It's all delivered to you immediately in our awesome members area. And you can either watch and listen online or download everything for offline use.
And your account never expires either. It's something you buy once and you've got it forever.
The investment is crazy low, but the value is incredible. There's a good reason this has become our all-time best-selling online training course with thousands of customers all over the world.
By taking advantage of this offer, you're gaining access to the exact same techniques I teach in my live classes at the University of Toronto.
One last thing, let's make this absolutely risk-free. Here's how. If for any reason you're not totally thrilled, just let us know within 60 days. We'll return 100% of your investment in the course and let you keep the training anyway.
See you in the members area.